Talk about loyalty, but you ain't ready to ride. Get your mind right, he coming like a thief in the night. Is you ready? Is you ready? You ain't really about it if you ain't prepared to die. Talking about loyalty, but you ain't ready to ride. Get your mind right, he coming like a thief in the night. Is you ready? Is you ready? Is you ready? You ain't really about it if you ain't prepared to die. Talking about loyalty, but you ain't ready to ride. Get your mind right, he coming like a thief in the night. Is you ready? Is you ready? Laughing at your idol gods, looking like some Digimons. Babylon won't carry on, this dragon getting mini bombs. You can call me Daniel, son, you know I serve the living God. Yours is made of brass.
So this segment here is called Q&A in the ATL, and we're going to deal with them. So these are the few questions I have so far. First question is, why does the saying of what does the saying of Israel of God mean in Galatians 6:16? So let's read that. So the question is, what does Israel of God mean in Galatians 6:16? Get that for me, Officer Heeman. Galatians 6:16.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 16. And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them, and mercy, and upon the Israel of God.
The Israel of God. Now, Israel of God just simply mean elect of God, the chosen of God. So I'll say elect of God. Get Isaiah 45 in verse 4, I believe. So Israel of God is the elect of God, those that actually believe. Isaiah 45 and 4. Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 4.
Come on.
For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect.
Israel mine elect. Get another one. Let's get Romans 9 and 7, I believe. Talk about the children of, this goes into what an elect of God is, because not all Israel is Israel. Read that.
Romans chapter 9, verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
In Isaac shall thy seed be called. So that seed goes back to Galatians 6:16, the Israel of God. There's a separation amongst the 12 tribes because most of us ain't going to believe. Everybody understand that? So that's the elect of God. All right. Another question was, let me get it. Should have put it up. I ain't sent it to IT, so sorry, IT. Where in the scriptures can I find examples of what it means to be a leader? This is a good question. I like that. Where in the scripture can I find examples to be a good leader? Let's open up with, let's go to 1 Peter 2. This is the very first steps as brothers coming in the body. This is something you want to keep at your hip pocket. 1 Peter 2 and 2.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word.
Desiring what?
The sincere milk of the word,
Uh-huh.
that ye may grow thereby.
So to grow, brothers, what must you do? Okay, what is the milk, brothers? The basics. Okay, I like that, the basics. So we must desire that. So the deep part comes later. But the milk, the basics, the commandments, the 10 commandments, the basic is the commandments, that should be your foundation. That is what you should be desiring. Read it again.
As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby.
So Peter is telling us how to grow, how to get growth is to desire and obviously meditate day and night. That's desiring. Desiring is meditating day and night on the basics, on the milk, all right? So now, he used the analogy of milk, right? If you have babies, whoever have men, fathers that have babies, if your child was breastfed, how long does it take to wean a child? Raise your hand and come to the mic. If you know. I know the sisters know. All right, officer, come on. Officer Aaron.
Hey, Shalom, Cap.
Shalom.
3 years.
3 years. Let's get that. 2 Maccabees 7:27. Here's a scriptural example of that. If you didn't know, here it is. 2 Maccabees 7:27.
2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 27. But she, bowing herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her country language on this manner. O my son, have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee suck 3 years.
Gave it what?
And gave thee suck 3 years.
Meaning she breastfed him for 3 years. Read on.
And nourished thee, and brought thee up unto this age, and endured the troubles of education.
Endured the troubles of education. All right, so who could remember? Get that Luke 22 and 32. Remember when Christ walked the earth? Brothers, how long Christ walked the earth and teach? Raise your hand if you know. Come on. Say it on the mic. What's your name?
Shalom, Captain, brother Zephaniah.
Brother Zephaniah.
3 years.
3 years. He was 30 years old. He started his ministry 30. He got crucified at 33. Now read that for me, what I call Luke. What was it? Luke 22, 32?
Yes, sir. Luke chapter 22, verse 32.
Uh-huh.
But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. And when thou art
Start
converted.
at verse 31.
Verse 31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you.
So remember, this is Simon is Peter. That's Peter. That's the top apostle that Christ chosen to be the lead apostle. So he's telling them something here. And this is after him. After Peter walked with Christ, seen the miracles, he even did miracles. This is after all that. This is he's going in 3 years of him walking with Christ. Read on.
That he may sift you as wheat.
Uh-huh.
But I have prayed for thee.
Read.
That thy faith fail not.
Read.
And when thou art converted.
And when thou art converted, read.
Strengthen thy brethren.
Remember, this is after Christ and Peter walked together for 3 years. And yet he still told them, when you are converted, Peter, strengthen your brothers. So what is that telling y'all, brothers? It takes at least a minimum of 3 years before you really have a strong foundation on you. Everybody understand that? Because remember, Peter walked with Christ, seen the miracles. You would think you see one miracle, I'm converted. But he said, despite he seen all that, he says, when you are converted, Peter, read it again, 32.
Verse 32. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not.
Uh-huh.
And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren.
So who know what Peter did after Christ got apprehended? Go ahead, Caleb. Stand up, Brother Caleb.
Hey, Shalom, Cap. He denied him 3 times.
Exactly. And this is after this. So let you know that for us to look at that spiritual, when we come in this truth as newborn babes, go back to 1 Peter 2 and 2. And read that again.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word.
So desire, study, Joshua 1 and 8, study, pray, apply. This is a constant effort. It ain't a 2-month thing, it's a year, it's a yearly thing. You understand? All right. Now, when you do that and you get a strong foundation of the basics, the laws, now you go, let's get 1 Timothy 3 and 1. Now, I'm still dealing with the question concerning how to be a good leader. 1 Timothy 3 and 1. Read that.
1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop
just translate into leader. If you desire to be a leader, read.
He desireth a good work.
Nothing wrong with that. Read on.
A bishop then must be blameless.
These are the steps. You must be blameless. Meaning you can't be in the midst of sin, in the midst of gossip, murmuring, slander. Read on.
The husband of one wife.
The husband of one wife.
Vigilant.
Many can't teach multiple wives, but here when you come in IUIC, read that part again.
The husband of one wife.
We do what the Bible says. Everybody understand? Read.
Vigilant.
Uh-huh.
Sober. Of good behavior. Given to hospitality. Apt to teach.
Apt to teach. Meaning you're not coming in here to be professional students. You're not coming in here to just fill a purple chair just to have basic works in the body. That's admirable. But eventually you have to put on a purple shirt, build yourself up, grow, meditate in the milk, grow thereby, and then eventually you have to go out there and teach your people. That's what he says. You got to be apt to teach. You got to be willing. You got to want to teach. We're not here to just fill a purple seat. So when you get that, here's another one. Last one, 1 Peter 5 and 1. I don't want to be too long ago. I got to get to my class. 1 Peter 5 and 1.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
The elders which are among you, I exhort,
Uh-huh.
who am also an elder and a witness of the sufferings of Christ, and also are partaker of the glory that shall be revealed.
Read.
Feed the flock of God.
A leader must do what?
Feed the flock of God,
Read.
which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint,
Not by force. We don't want to force nobody to do nowhere. It got to be in you already. In what way? Read on.
but willingly, not for filthy lucre,
Not about money.
but of a ready mind.
Of a ready mind. That's that app to teach, being ready, because you know what your calling is when you came through these doors. All right. Let's go to the next questions. Hopefully I answered your question. Third question was Luke 23:43. Please explain paradise in this case. Let's get that.
Luke chapter 23, verse 43. And Jesus said unto him, verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise.
He said, today thou shalt be with me in paradise. What is that? Read it again.
Luke chapter 23, verse 43.
Second Ezra 8. Deal with paradise. What does it mean to be paradise? So Christ was talking to somebody who was crucified with him on the side. Now, Christians say that individual that he was crucified. Christians use this verse to say, I can live my life as is, and when on my deathbed, I can repent and I'll get the kingdom of heaven. They'll use this verse to say that, which is not true, because this individual, Christ told him this because he actually walked with Christ. Christ taught him, and he repented. He just went back to the world. And on the cross, he obviously confessed his fault. He knew he was worthy of the judgment. And the Christ seen his godly sorrow and said, you could be with me in heaven. But the point they're missing is he was once a believer. He once walked in the body with Christ. Okay, read that. 2 Ezra 8:52.
2 Ezra chapter 8, verse 52. For unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded. And rest is allowed.
And what?
And rest is allowed.
So in paradise, we'll have rest. Read on.
Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom.
Meaning we're going to be blameless. Read on.
The root of evil is sealed up from you.
We ain't going to be sinning. We ain't going to have the heart to sin. Remember, he's going to give us a new heart. This is paradise. Read on.
Weakness and the moth is hid from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten.
Read.
Sorrows are past.
We no longer going to mourn. We're not going to see death. We're going to be immortal. Sorrow shall pass. Read.
And in the end is showed the treasure of immortality.
In the what?
And in the end is showed the treasure of immortality.
So that's paradise. We're going to be rest. We ain't going to got to go to work in the morning. We ain't got to pay taxes. We're going to be immortal. So this is, don't y'all brothers desire that? That's paradise. But we got to endure to the end. We got to go through the fire that's before us. The water, I think, is a fire on the right side and a deep waters on the left. Don't quote me on that either, or wipes. But we got to walk through that trials and tribulation to get there. All right. Let's get the next question. Next question.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
In John 13:34, why did Jesus say he's given a new commandment? Get that. Hopefully I'm answering your brother's questions, whoever submitted them, but we're going to read it for everybody for edification purposes.
John chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another.
So the question is why he gave a new commandment. So let's go to Leviticus 19:17. Let's read that.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
We shall love thy neighbor as thyself. Is more than that?
I am the Lord.
I am the Lord. So Christ said, a new commandment I gave unto you, but we just read in the book of Moses, Moses been teaching love your neighbor. Y'all see that? So is it really new? It's not new. So why did Christ, go back to John 13:34, so why did Christ say this?
John chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another.
But wait a minute. We just read in the book of Moses, Moses told us to love one another, not hate your brother, correct your brother, rebuke your brother. So why did Christ? Who know? Who can answer before I answer? Go ahead. What is it, Soldier Jacob? Officer Jacob.
Long Cap. Because we wasn't doing it.
Exactly. Get Isaiah 11:13. We wasn't doing it. So why is it new? We wasn't keeping it. Therefore, it had to be what? Reintroduced, retaught. That's what makes it new. It's not new for say like it was never taught to us. New in a sense we had to be retaught the commandments, because in the black community, are we loving one another? No, sir. No, we not. No, we not. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 11, verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
So the two kingdoms always had hatred amongst each other. Envy amongst each other, hatred amongst each other. And this is during this is Isaiah prophet. This is after Moses. So what that mean? We had to be retaught to love your neighbor as you love yourself, because we didn't know it. We was wicked as hell. We was wicked as hell. And get that 3 John 6. Another further proof that it's not new. So to answer your question, it was taught to us again because we had to be retaught it, because we lost it through slavery, through hatred, through sin, through captivity. Yep. Oh yeah, read that. Put it on the screen.
This is the definition.
Hold up, it's not on the screen yet. There you go. Now go ahead.
This is the definition of new. Number 1, not existing.
No, the highlighted one.
Okay, already existing but seen, experienced, or acquired recently or now for the first time.
Right. I like the further. Already existing. It was already there, but we had to be retaught the commandments because we are not practicing it. We don't keep it. We don't teach it to our children. So therefore, our children grow into serving Christmas, hatred, envy. They having that spirit on them because we didn't continue teaching that how Christ taught us in Psalm 78. We got to teach it to our generations and the generation to come. We didn't do that. Yep, 2 John 6. Sorry.
2 John verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning.
That's the point I want. We have heard from the, what did we hear, brother? Well, who wrote it? Moses, exactly. Okay, so next question. Got some new shirts from Original Royalty, but how do I get them fringed? Well, Officer Carmela's wife, she hosts the fringing committee. I think she's at the office of that. If you're here for the evening class, you can get with Officer Carmela. I wanted the security to give them a shirt. They can get it fringed for you. All right. Next question. Where can I prove that women can't wear pants outside of Deuteronomy 22 in verse 5? So where can he prove that women can't wear? Let's open up. Let's get Timothy. 1 Timothy 2. Outside of Deuteronomy 22, where can you prove women cannot wear pants? Read that.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
So modest apparel would be woman wearing well, let's look it up. I don't want to give it to you. Perfect. You're on point, RT. Let's look it up. What does modesty mean?
Modest, number 3, dressing or behaving so as to avoid impropriety or indecency, especially to avoid attracting sexual attention.
Right. So woman in pants would draw sexual attraction to herself because she has pants which reveal her figure, which belongs to her her husband, I'm sorry. So this is one way you can go. Let's get Baruch 6:11. Here's another one. So the point you wanted out of that verse, you want to deal with modesty. Modesty is not drawing sexual attention to yourself. And women in pants or spandex with no dress over it is dressing like a harlot. Keep it real. Get Baruch 6:11.
Baruch chapter 6, verse 11. Yea, they will give thereof to the common harlots, and deck them as men with garments.
As what? Read that part again.
And deck them as men with garments.
Who could tell me what that means? Read that again from the top.
Yea, they will give thereof to the common harlots.
They will give thereof to the common harlots. This is going into idolatry, but what I'm showing you is What are they giving to the harlots? Or what did it read on?
And deck them as men with garments.
What is it saying, brothers? Who can, come on. Oh, don't call out. We got a mic. Give me your name, brother.
Shalom, leadership, brother Yeshayahu.
Right,
So
shalom.
to deck them with men's garments is they gave those harlots men's clothes.
There
to
you
wear.
go. And the meaning is, why do you think God referred them to as harlots? These harlots dress like women that want to seduce men. They're wearing revealing clothing. So men garments would be pants, things of that nature, because why would it reference men? You understand, brothers? So this is somewhere outside of Deuteronomy 22 and 5 where women are not allowed to wear pants, because we know what a harlot is. Get Proverbs 7 and 10 now. So these are precepts you want to write down in case you get questioned. These are good questions. Proverbs 7 and 10, officer.
Proverbs chapter 7, verse 10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
We just read it in Baruch 6:11. One example is men clothing. That's a woman that's decked with harlot, dressed like an attire of a harlot. Read on.
And subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn.
Now he's giving characteristics of her. Now here's another one. This is twofold, but let's go to Isaiah 47. This to prove that women attire is a dress. In case you get asked that too. Isaiah 47, let's start at verse 1. Remember, this is a parable.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
So the Lord is talking about Babylon. This is America the Great, right here where we at. He's referring to Babylon as a woman. This is a parable. Read on.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal.
Not called tender and delicate. You will not be called a Christian country or Christian state, because America referred to them as Christians. Y'all know that, right? But that's what it means, not be called tender and delicate. Read on.
Uncover thy locks.
Uncover thy locks. So when a woman takes her head wrap off, is a form of shame. You read that in 1 Corinthians 11. Everybody read and understand where we're going. This is a parable. Read on.
Make bare the leg.
Make bare the legs. If a woman have on pants, can she make bare her legs? How can she make bare her legs? She have to have on what? And how does she do it? She'll what? She'll lift it up. Read on.
Uncover the thigh.
Uncover the thighs. Now she, not only that you lift it up to show your ankles and legs, but he said lift it all the way up to uncover your thigh. You know she ain't got no pants. She doing that. That's she lifting her dress up. Read on.
Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness.
Because if you see an image, look at an image like that, a woman passing over a river with a dress on. She would literally have to lift her dress up so she won't get her dress what? Wet. So God is referring to Babylon as a woman, a hoe, to be honest with you, quite frank. That's what he's saying. Because to show your shame, you got to reveal your private, your secret parts. And that's the shame. And you'll see as a parachute down there. It ain't tight. But all praises. Everybody understand that? So these are just references to show that women attire is dress and they're not allowed to wear pants. This is outside of Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5. And that was the last question. So that concludes Q&A in IUIC Atlanta. All praises. All praises.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.